Oh, he is. He is. Yeah, he's gonna go and get in there. I'm swinging. I'm helping. Good. Good. We're about to start. I love you. Bye.
Welcome, folks, joining in. This is the first of two games today. Findlay Trojans in blue against the Columbus EDP Spiders. U12 Premier Mason Cooper takes face off for the Trojans. Gets knocked back to Ben Grace. Moves it up to George Homewood, who dumps it into the offensive zone. We're in Newark, Ohio for game one. Game two will be later tonight at 8:40 in the Dublin, Ohio Health Chiller. Opening face-off. George tried to center that. Nice centering pass. Got through. Henry Fort back there. He's got some room, so he's going to take a shot. Tipped in front and just wide of the net. Now centered back again. Kept in. Diving Cooper to Grace. Gets knocked out, but good back checking there by George Homewood. Sends it up the middle to Harrison Shea. On the wing, he's trying to kick it forward. He does. It goes into the offensive zone. Now clearing it is Columbus, and Burkhart coming off the bench collects that. He looks to move it forward. He takes it up the boards, gets it up to Beach, who knocks it over to Nichols. Nichols with a nifty move. He's got an angle on a shot. He takes a shot just wide. Over to Peter Koski, knocks it back, and now Nichols gathers it behind the EDP goal. He makes a nice little nifty move too. Still has the puck, sends it in front, and tipped aside by the defense of Columbus. Ryland with a nice move, puts it on net, and nothing left for the Spiders goaltender to do but freeze that puck. So we'll have an offensive zone face-off for the Findlay Trojans here. Ricky Nichols takes face-off for the Trojans. He's got Beach and Peter Koski out there with him. They're fighting for the puck. Sent up front, kept in by Webb Sloan, who joins Burkhart on defense now in this line. Around the corners, around the boards to Nichols. Gets it out in front. Who sends it? Oh, just across the middle, but nobody's able to get a stick on it. Burkhart now battling. Pinches in. Sends it down deep, and then good back up there, but it bounces out of the zone. Sloan's got it now. He's looking for something to do. It gets picked away from him. And a nice stick lift there, but they got too high up on the glove, so they're going to call a hook penalty there. So Trojans are going to go on the penalty kill early in the first.
Let's go, Trojans. Get it out.
So this will bring us to a defensive zone face-off. Starting goaltender today for the first game, Finn Biggs. Lori Teagarden takes face-off for the Trojans. Waiting for the penalty to show up on the clock, it looked like. Now it does. Teagarden knocks that aside. Collected by Eddie Homewood on defense. He wraps it around the boards. Columbus sends it back in deep. Now they've got it out top of the face-off circle. Shot gloved by Finn Biggs. Saw it when it left the stick. Nice save by Biggs. Now Teagarden takes face off again for the Trojans. Puck is dropped. He's battling in the middle. Sent out to the side by Homewood, then wrapped around the boards by Columbus. River Archer over there now, trying to tip this puck out, held in by Spider defense. Tipped over to Homewood, gets it up the boards and out of the zone. Nice play. Teagarden now racing to try and beat this puck to the goal line. And it got there a little too quick, so that's going to be an offside. So we're going to bring it back. 52 seconds left in the Trojan penalty kill now. Teagarden out with Archer, Grace, and Burkhart on the rest of this penalty kill. Out to the point, sent, nice block by Teagarden, hits his shin.
Good job, Lawyer.
Gets it out of the zone, good effort there. And now Archer in pursuit on the forecheck, now back to neutral zone. Coming in, Burkhart there trying to force a pass to the outside, ties him up along the boards. Nice play again by the Trojan defense. Still battling, pokes away as that puck goes to the middle, and that's going to leave the zone as Archer knocks it out. So we'll be back in neutral zone. Spiders forced to collect, 17 seconds left in this power play as they move it up forward through the neutral zone. Now coming up again on the left-hand side. Nice move by Cooper. Gets it over to Burkhart, gets it over to Homewood. Homewood gets it out, almost out of the zone, and now it's collected by Cooper. Trying to get a pass to Homewood there, centering pass, but knocked away. Trojans back at full strength. Homewood with it behind the net. Centering pass in front. Off of the skate. Set. Oh, good play. Good shot there in the front. Couldn't tell if that was Homewood that took that shot or Cooper. But either way, goalie saved it. Still 0-0. Cooper with the face-off back to Henry Fort, puts a nice shot on that kick save by the Spiders goaltender. Homewood battling again. Sent to the middle and kicked aside. Now Eddie Homewood dumps it back to his brother George Homewood. Nice moves around. That gets out front. Fort backhands it back into the zone to Mason Cooper. He's behind the net now. Surveying options, looking for a place to pass. He centers it. It's on the stick of Homewood. He makes a nifty spin move. He gets brought down, shot outside. Columbus collecting behind the net. Now they're going to charge. Hank there with the stick tie up. Nice play by Hank. Now Eddie Homewood has it. He looks to send it up the boards to Mason Cooper. It dumps out the boards. He's got it. He's looking for a little bit of room. We've got 2-on-1. He tries to get that across, but blocked by the stick, and he's taken down. And it looks like we're going to have a penalty. Good hustle play there by Cooper. He had another Trojan player there charging with him. Good sense to get that across, but just blocked. He had Harrison joining him on that rush. Now Ricky out there to take the face off with Ryland and Harrison. Sloan and Ford out on defense to start this power play opportunity. Gets it back to Webb Sloan. Dumps it back in around the corner. Nichols has it again, battling behind the net. Nice little nifty spin move there. Looks in front, tipped in front. Nothing but Nichols has it again behind the net. Sends it back in front. Now Sloan's got it, avoids a trip. Gets it down to Nichols. He's trying to take it back again around the boards. EDP tried to clear, but Sloan jumped on that. And he's got it again. He'll wrap it around the boards to the opposite side where Harrison's at. He's going to meet the puck and try to send it deep behind the net. Now Nichols has it. All right, in front to Ryland. Oh, sticked away. Now Sloan's got it. He's got over to Fort. Fort dumps it back towards the middle. It's still loose in the middle. And now kicked out by the Spiders. Nice work collapsing back check by the Trojans. Knocks that puck back to neutral ice. They still have 30 seconds left on this power play. That was over to Sloan. He took a hit. Peter Koski gets it up to Nichols. Nice little nifty move. Evades another skater. He's trying to get in close. Take a shot just wide. Now Harrison has it. He centers it, but that centering pass intercepted. But off the skate, Nichols is there. Stuck in feet and in traffic. He gets it over to Grace with a shot. Shot goes a little wide. Wrapped around the boards. Collected by the Trojans. Homewood has it now. He tries to send it towards the net. That's knocked aside. That's pushed aside to Mason Cooper, who's got it. He sends it back in deep again. Now Eddie Homewood with it, trying to center pass off a boot of the player, but kept in the zone by Mason Cooper. Trying to make a move, go forward, but that's just knocked out. But Ben Grace there to knock it back in. Never left the zone. Good heads-up play by the Trojans at the blue line. Ben Grace has it now again, battling from the knees there. Gets it over. Oh, tied up. And now EDP's got it, but a nice move there by Eddie Homewood to move that up forward. Beach is over there too. They get it over to the high slot. Shot goes wide by EDP. Then Grace looking to try to clear this puck. It's collected by Cooper. He sends it back to Eddie. Cross-ice pass. He gets it out to Mason Beach, who tips it forward, and now he's in pursuit on the forecheck. Along with River Archer and Mason Cooper. Nice work along the boards to keep that in with Cooper, and then Archer with shoot. Jonah Burkhart with a shot right on goal. Hits the mask of the goaltender. Tipped in front. Still in front. Battling for it, and then it's cleared out to the side. Mason Cooper wraps it around the boards again. River Archer's there to collect in the corner for the Trojans. He takes a flip shot. That goes off the leg pads of the Spiders goaltender. It's still behind the net. Mason's got it. Over to Henry Fort. Tries to flip one forward. Oh, just missed on it. It was Archer who was right in front. Archer tried to center that pass. Went off the side of the net and then finally tipped out of the zone. Laura Teagarden coming with a head of steam off the bench. He collects it and he's going to go around the board. He's going to hit his man on the breakout. Burkhart on the side. He's going to tip it forward to Hank Schwab, who's going to try and get that out of the zone. And then Burkhart's got it. He's trying to clear, and they finally do. And then it's sent back in, but that's an offside because there was a Spider player still in the offensive zone. So we'll have a neutral zone face-off now. All tied up still. 4:32 left in the first. Puck is dropped. Teagarden tries to get that to the side. Now he pushes it forward, collected by the defense of the Spiders. Neutral zone push there to knock it out, but there's Webb Sloan to knock it back the other way. Touched by a Spiders player, so icing waved off. Now Homewood battling, as George Homewood battling. They get it over, try to get it to Hank. He was open, pass was just errant, so collecting that though from the defensive end was Ben Grace. Now puck in the center, nobody there. Grace diving for it, gets it over to Teagarden. Teagarden looking for a shot or center, gets a shot off but sticked away by the defense of EDP. Still collecting and battling though. Teagarden and Homewood. Homewood sends it forward to the middle. Oh, just missed Findlay player Ben Grace there to tie it up though. Keep it in the zone. Ben Grace battling again on the boards with Hank Schwab as well. They're fighting for that puck. Schwab's got it now. He's kicking forward. He looks to get tripped up. No call. And then it's kicked forward, and it's a race. Webb Sloan battling to outrace the Spiders player. He gets to the puck first, and he wraps it around the boards to George Homewood. Tries to tuck that out, but it now gets bounced out by the skate of a Findlay player. Neutral zone. Looking to bring it in is EDP. Sloan is there. He collects it, wraps it around the net. He gets it up to Schwab. Pass goes just past him. Shot centered. Blocked. Now tipped out. Shot again. Tipped aside by Sloan. Now Schwab's got it. He's going to look to clear this puck. He does. He gets it up to Nichols. Nichols trying to beat two guys. It gets poked away there. Sent back. Coming off the bench was Harrison. Put his stick down. Nice move. He's still got it in his skates. Gets tipped out to Rylan Peterkowski. Reset. Opposite ice pass. Smart play. Over to Ricky Nichols. Then backhands that to the center. That's tipped up high. That puck's still loose. And the Spider goaltender collects it and covers. So we'll have an offensive zone face-off here with 2 minutes and 26 seconds left here in the first. All squared up at 0-0. Ricky Nichols with the face-off gets tipped aside, but then knocked out of the zone. On net, Finn Biggs is there and ready, so he pushes it aside and knocks it forward. Now collected by Eddie Homewood, trying to get that to Ricky Nichols, but collected in the against the boards by EDP, but then knocked out. So now Ricky Nichols has it. He tried to make a move, hit a skate of a player. Rylan Peterkowski there, and he sends it deep into the offensive zone now. Wrapped around the boards again. Eddie Homewood has it. He's tied up at the blue line. So now knocked back in by Harrison Chase. Now Rylan has it as he was at the blue line. He's looking for a centering pass. Nice centering pass! Oh my goodness! just hit Cooper, and that just bounced outside. What a good play there with the nice backhand sauce pass by Peter Koski to Cooper. Cooper now keeps it in as he went back to the blue line to cover as the defense pinches. And now trapped out in front again. Oh, shot. Eddie Homewood there. He's going to take a shot to go all off the shin pad of a defender of EDP. And now knocked out of the zone. Mason Cooper collects it. He gets it over to Henry Fort. Trojans clear the zone. Fort dumps it in deep as he crosses center. They're going to get a line change.
Hurry up!
Mason Beach out there along with Mason Cooper on the forecheck. Errant pass goes just a little wide, so battling for it. Oh, that should have been taken down, or a penalty there. But no penalty there for interference. Here, Burkhart now battling along the boards against two players. Centered out in front, nobody there for EDP. River Archer has it. He looks to send it forward. He sends it forward to Mason Beach through the neutral zone. Now Archer's got it back again, and he's traveling. He takes a shot. That's collected by the goaltender for EDP. Nice shot, but goaltender was on top of that. So we're going to have an offensive zone face-off here with 35 seconds left in the first period. Mason Cooper with the face-off for the Trojans. He gets it over to the side. Mason Beach centers it back to Cooper. Oh, he tried to put a backhand on, but he got tripped up. Now EDP looking to center. And Burkhart and Sloan are back, so they break that up, and it's back in the offensive zone. Now River Archer battling along the boards for it. He's got it. He sends it behind the net. Along with Mason Cooper. Burkhart there now. Now he chips it forward. He takes a hit, but puck kept in. Now centered out in front. EDP looking to get it out in front, but collected by Webb Sloan. Sloan now trying to move it forward through the neutral zone. Got poked away a little bit. River Archer there also moving forward. And that's going to be the end of the first period. So all square. 0-0. An exciting first period of hockey here. Come back in a few minutes as teams will change sides, and we'll start second.
Goal.
Welcome back to the start of the second.
We dominate most games, we just never score. Yeah, we are good.
All right. Switched up. Ricky Nichols takes the face off to start second period for the Trojans. He's got Peter Koski and Speech out there with him. Fort and Grace back on defense. That goes to EDP. They're racing into the zone, but a nice play by Fort to poke that puck away, and he's got control of it back in the Findlay offensive zone. So he's going to, or defensive zone. So he moves it forward. It's touched by an EDP spider. That goes all the way, so no icing. Nice play there by Nichols in the corner. Get the puck away. Try to get a centering pass. Too many spiders in the corner there. Sent up. Fort there to knock it back. Beach has it now. He tried to get a quick shot off. He gets another shot off. That's centered and saved. Covered by the goaltender for EDP. So Trojans had a good amount of shots on goal first period. So we'll see if they can keep that pressure up and find the back of the net here. As Mason Cooper comes out to take the face off, he's got Harrison Chafe with him and George Homewood. Face off goes back to Homewood, back to Fort, sends a shot forward, tipped in front off the blocker. Great plan there off the face-off. Now tips in front. Grace has it. Grace is going to line up one. He sends one forward off the skate. Tipped in front again, and then collected by EDP as they try to get it around the boards. Nice pressure there by the Trojans. Keep this in. Oh, and quick fall, but then nice move there by Mason Cooper. But they're going to call a penalty on that.
Why was that a penalty? He didn't even touch him.
Kid fell on his own, and unfortunately bad timing with a Findlay player in the area. Oops, sorry about that, folks. And we get called for a roughing or boarding.
He never touched him. No, he didn't.
So Findlay will go on the penalty kill here. Taking that face-off was George Homewood for the Trojans. That gets knocked out of the zone. Good effort by the Trojans. That's going to go down the other end of the ice. But they're going to call icing on that. So we're going to head back. Sloan and Eddie Homewood out there with Harrison Schaaf and George Homewood. Start this penalty kill. Minute 19 left in the penalty to the Trojans. George Homewood again with the face-off, knocks it back. It gets knocked around and collected by Eddie Homewood, who then gets it up to Harrison Schaaf, who tries to get that out of zone, and he does. And now we've got a developing breakaway here, shorthanded. Now, Eddie Homewood, George Homewood has it. He sends a shot forward. Oh, glove save, Harrison's there. Oh, knocked aside. Now Eddie Homewood, nice play. It might be stuck in his shorts. And it is. So we're going to have a dead whistle face-off here. All the fun stuff you see at a hockey game. So change of lines, Laura Teagarden out there now with River Archer. Sloan and Homewood still back on defense. Face-off. Teagarden has it. He evades a hook. Tries to get a centering pass, but intercepted by EDP. So now they're on the charge right now. We've got defense back, and they put the puck right over the shoulder top corner. So that's going to be a power play goal with 11 minutes left here in the second to EDP. So that'll be the Findlay player out of the box now. Back at full strength. Laura Teagarden takes face off for the Trojans. He's got Schwab and Archer out there with him right now. They look to send it up the middle. Mishandled the puck. Archer tips it aside. Now collected in the neutral zone. Teagarden knocks it away. Now Sloan has it. He's going to move it up to Hank Schwab. He tries to move it forward. He gets bumped a little bit. But then Teagarden's there. Schwab's got it now. He sends it deep into the zone. Smart play by Schwab. That bounces right beside the net, collected by EDP. There's a couple Findlay players there to try to stop that. Same with Eddie Homewood. Good pressure there. Kept in by Laura Teagarden. Hank Schwab has it now. It's still loose. Laura Teagarden has it now, and then it's knocked away. And now we've got Findlay Spiders pressing and poked away by Webb Sloan. He's going to move through the neutral zone now, and he's going to pick up a head of steam, and he sends it just outside the net. And Teagarden back there now, too. That comes out. Nice shot by Archer. Just goes wide. Over Burkhart's got it now. Nope, Schwab's got it. He gets it over Burkhart. Burkhart fires a shot towards the middle. That's tipped in front. Oh, and then coming in is Nichols. Puts a skate on it. He sends it over to the side now. Battling for it. Burkhart's got it now, too. He's looking for a shot. He sends one up. Oh, it gets tipped aside. Now centering pass attempt goes back to Fort off the ricochet. Sent again, tipped wide by the goaltender. Ricky Nichols has it now. He's looking for someone to pass to. He's trying to get it around the boards. Burkhart goes down to pinch. He comes up with the puck. He gets it, trying to get out to Nichols. Centering pass. Oh, but nobody there. But Beach there to send it back. Nice battle by Beach to keep that in the zone. Beach again, trying to get it back. Goes over to Rylan Peterkowski. Tips it to the middle, but collected by EDP. And then centering pass. Burkhart dove to try to stop it. Just goes wide, but Fort is there. So luckily bounced over the stick of a Spider and then collected and sent forward is Nichols battling at that blue line with it, and then it's sent back out, and now Burkhart's racing to go get it. They're going to wave icing off even though he never touched it. He's going to backhand that up the boards. Tries to get up to Mason Beach, who does, but then it's held in by EDP, but then Burkhart just sends a shot, stop and collected, and then EDP shoots it from the point. Blocker save, Finn big. And now Mason Cooper has it. He's got a head of steam. He's moving down the ice. He gets hooked up. There should be a hand, and there it is. So your Trojans are going to go on a power play here with just over 8 minutes left in the second period. See if they can tie this game up. So Mason Cooper take the face off. He's going to have Homewood and Harrison out there with him, and he's got Grace and Sloan back there as well. Homewood's got it. Mason Cooper has it! Got off the face-off, circled around, and a nifty backhand to tie this game up on the power play. What a move. So game all square with 8:11 left here in the second. Let's see if Findlay can use that momentum moving forward. EDP sends it into the zone, but they're behind center line, so that should have been an icing. But then one guy called it, but one guy took his hand down when it came to the refs. So nice move there. Harrison sends it in deep into the zone. He's battling for it behind the net. He knocks it over. There's bodies falling. Now George Homewood has it in the corner. He looks to get around a skater. He's trying to center. It gets tipped back to Ben Grace. Ben Grace takes a shot. That's knocked in front. That's collected by Mason Cooper. He sends it back to Webb Sloan, who fires a shot just off the post. Now it's collected loose, set in front. Another shot. Cooper looking to send it back. Miscommunication, and now Findlay has to get it out of the zone, and that's going to be an offside as it got knocked back to neutral zone. So we'll have a neutral zone face-off for the offsides here. A lot of good pressure by the Trojans here in not only the first, but the second period. Boyer Teagard now take the face-off for the Trojans. He tips it over to Archer, tries to move it forward. Now Teagarden's got it back. He pushes it forward. Schwab was there too, trying to knock it in. He does. Then it's tipped away from him, but Schwab's still battling in neutral ice. And then player tripped up. Now River Archer has it. Archer sends it deep into the zone. Now Teagarden, Archer, and Schwab go pursue. It gets wrapped around the boards. Teagarden meets him in the corner. Schwab's got it now. Schwab sends one towards the net, and it's collected by the goaltender for EDP. Nice shot there by Schwab from the far side of the face-off dot. Back to Teagard, back to Schwab, takes the shot, it's loose in front, it's tipped, it's tipped out, with a shot goes just wide. A lot of action there, sent along the boards by Homewood. Schwab's got it now, over to Archer, fires a shot, and that's saved. Tons of good offensive pressure here by the Trojans. Hopefully they can capitalize down here in this zone. Teagarden again with the face-off. He gets that back to Schwab. Schwab takes a quick shot. Oh, it's blocked and just loose in front. Collected. Now Burkhart pinches down. That puck jumps over the stick, so Webb Sloan tips it back. Now Burkhart battling along the boards for it. He gets it over to Hank Schwab. Tipped aside and back into the zone, and now Burkhart chasing along the boards. He wraps it around to River Archer on the breakout. Tries to get that puck up the boards, but then collected by EDP. But then tipped out by Archer. Now Teagarden hustling for it. and Archer, but then sent back into the zone. But then there is Teagarden or Sloan to collect, and Sloan battling now with it. He's got 2 spiders on him. That's sent out to the front, and Teagarden has it, so he's going to take it around the net, look for a little space, send it up the boards to Schwab. That takes an odd bounce, but Schwab trying to push it out forward, and now it's kicked ahead. Nice little play by River Archer there to move that along the board.
Come on, get out there, guys.
And now that's off the skate. Ricky Nichols has it. He says, good heads-up play by Ricky. Coming off the bench, going to the high slot, finding the loose puck, firing and hitting the net. That brings the score 2-1, your Findlay Trojans, with just over 5 minutes left here in the second. Nichols with the face-off. EDP knocks it forward and tied up at the blue line by the Trojans. Now Webb Sloan has it. He's trying to break free, but too many players in the middle. Now collected by Ryland Peterkowski.
They never started the clock.
We started our clock on the broadcast thanks to Tim Peterkowski, but here at the rink they did not, so a couple extra seconds here on the clock left. Should have been 5:10 at that whistle, but we'll catch up here. Just some more free hockey. And that's tipped back out of the zone by EDP. Going back to collect for the Trojans is Peterkowski, who tries to move it forward to Nichols, just tied up in the middle, but Henry Fort has it now. He moves it up to Nichols along the side. Nichols looking for a place to go with it. Rolling off the stick, so he sends it forward. Ryland Peterkowski now in the corner. That gets sent back out now too. Mason Cooper now back to collect. He's going to look for a little bit of room. He's going to try to send it forward. He does. Mason Beach there trying to get that puck on the forecheck. Now sent back out and collected by Grace in the neutral zone. Grace sends it in. Peterkowski now pursuing. Trying to go behind the net, tips it free. Now battling, now another tip in front, but just missed and collected by EDP as Mason Cooper was there. Now Mason Cooper's got it. He collects in the corner. He gets it over to George Homewood looking for some space. He finds a little bit, trying to take a shot, just got tipped away, so Henry Fort knocks it back in as it rolled to him. Harrison Shape there looking for a place to put it. Gets it over to Mason Cooper. Mason Cooper now gets it over to Homewood. Oh, tried to get a shot off, but tipped away there. Now Eddie Homewood there battling in the corner. Dropping down to pinch. That cross-ice pass goes to no one. Webb Sloan collects. He sends it back down in the corner. Now Harrison has it. He gets it over to George Homewood. Tries the centering pass, so just jumped over his stick, and then that puck got sent back out of the zone. So Webb Sloan collects now in the Findlay defensive zone. He's got a little bit of room. He's going to find some space. He's going to come back. He's going to try to get a shot off. Oh, no, that was a pass back to Harrison. Now it comes out. Homewood has it sent in front off the skate of the defense of EDP, and then cross-ice pass again collected by the Trojans. So Eddie Homewood now sends it up along the boards. Tried to find his brother, just bounced off the boards, and then turnover. Mason Cooper tries to get that puck. And there's Harrison, tries to send it in front. Nobody there, they're going for it, but just not in time. EDP has it now. Now they're going to collect. And now shipped up ahead by Sloan, but then turned over again. And now they're at Teagarden pushing, trying to get this puck on the turnover, but collected. And nobody home for the Trojans on that line change. We got lucky. That's an icing.
We got really lucky.
Very lucky did the Trojans get there, as it was all white and red jerseys down on that offensive side of the ice, except for Biggs. So icing brings us back down into the offensive zone for the Trojans. Teagarden with that face-off over to Schwab, tries to get a shot off, and then it's gloved again by the goaltender for EDP. So we'll try this face-off again. Like that plan, though, if they can get to the forward or the defense to fire a quick shot off. Hopefully find the back of the net again. Laura Teagarden with the face-off gets knocked to the corner by EDP. Burkhart now down there battling as well. Out to Schwab in the front. Keep that Schwab. No! I don't know why they didn't call that. That hit the back of the net.
It hit the back of the net.
Yeah. That hit the back of the net, folks. Far down. And nothing happening there. Now Burkhart with the nice tie-up to prevent the breakaway. That was going to be a free breakaway there if EDP got that pass off. And now a risky pass in front. Now Henry Ford grabs it, sends one towards the net, and collected by the EDP goaltender. Man, that shot by Schwab definitely looked like it hit the back of the net. That should have lit the lamp. But nothing we can do about it now except play on. So, the way the Trojans have the pressure going right now, hopefully they can put a couple other goals in that can't be denied. Sent back, tipped over. Webb Sloan tries to move it forward. Backhanded in front. Peter Koski was there, but the glove of the Spider goaltender gets on it. Nichols again with the face-off, gets this back to Webb Sloan, gets it over to Ben Grace, tips it forward, but then tipped out of the zone. Webb Sloan jumps up to try to keep that puck from becoming a breakaway opportunity. He does. He gets it up to Beach, who rips the shot, goes just wide, but Rylan Peterkowski there tries to center it, tips off his stick.
Hey, we got war room. Set your stuff down, change, and let's go.
So EDP's trying to clear the zone right now, but good pressure by the Trojans to keep this puck in. Grace keeps it in, knocks it forward to Peter Koski. Now Nichols is over there too. They're all battling along the boards. Now Peter Koski has it. He gets it over to Beach, tries to take a shot, tipped aside, still loose. Still loose is that puck. It's Peter Koski down in the corner now battling alongside the boards. Beach comes to join him in there. See if they can loosen this puck up. Puck's tipped aside, kept in by Sloan, who knocks it back down to Peter Koski. Peter Koski now sends it back deep behind the net. Now trying to get it out with a nice nifty move there was Nichols to poke that puck away, but then it gets poked away from him. But then Beach is there. Beach tries to fire one, tipped aside. Peter Koski collects in the corner. Grace drops down to pinch as well. Then along the boards, they bring it, and Beach collects as he covers. But EDP has it still. Now to play the puck. Nice play there by Webb Sloan. Take the player off the puck. Move forward by Ricky Nichols, but then knocked back in. Now Mason Cooper's got it. He's coming off the bench. He loses his edge there, but time runs out as he tips it out of the zone. So that'll bring us to the end of the second period. So teams will talk about it. We'll change sides back, and we'll join you in a few minutes. We got confirmation. Unfortunately, it was a no goal, even though we know it's not a goal. It wasn't posted on the scoreboard, but looks like from another angle, didn't go in, unfortunately, but still a heck of a shot by Hank Schwab. All right, folks, we are going to skip back to it. Third period action to start. Mason Cooper takes face off for the Trojans. He'll have George Homewood and Harrison Schaaf out there with him on offense, on defense, Fort and Eddie Homewood. As we get ready to start the third here, 13 minutes left in game one. Let's do that hockey. Mason Cooper has it, knocks it back into the zone. Harrison Schaaf there trying to push it forward. And then collected again by EDP, who's going to push it forward. They're going to have a 2-on-1, but nice work there by Fort. And then back check there by George Homewood to prevent a centering pass. Now Eddie Homewood back battling in the corner. That puck goes in front, stick aside by Finn Biggs. And now tip forward, now Mason Cooper's got one man to beat. Let's see if he can get it. He goes to the outside. He looks like he's got a shot attempt. And a great save by the goaltender for EDP. Keeps this a 1-goal game.
Gotta go low there. On the ground. We gotta start shooting on the ground.
Cooper to take the face off now for the Trojans. That gets sticked over to EDP, but then Cooper collects it. And then he gets it over to George Homewood. Looks for a shot. Oh, just goes wide. Great play there by Homewood, but just got sticked aside by the goaltender. Now battling in the corner are the Trojans. Now EDP has it. They take it around the net. Now they're looking to charge and move it forward. Henry Fort there, he moves it up to Harrison Schaaf, who tries to move it into the neutral zone. That's collected by Mason Cooper. He's looking for a place to pass or shoot. Now he gets the defender off his back, and he's got another one who knocks him down. And we're going to have a roughing call, it looks like. Good effort there by the Trojans again. So now, it'll be a power play for your Findlay Trojans. We'll have Nichols, Beach, and Peter Koski out there with Sloan and Burkhart for the start of this power play. Nichols to take the face off for the Trojans. Nichols tries to get that over the side. He does. He gets his Peter Koski, tries to send it behind the net. That gets sent off the skate and out of the zone. So Trojans forced to collect or reset there. Webb Sloan does. He knocks it back into the zone deep. Rylan Peter Koski intercepts that pass. He gets it over to Burkhart. Burkhart takes a shot to the front. That's in front. Shot by Peter Koski, gets gloved aside. Oh, and the puck bounces just past Burkhart, and he's going to have to collect that and reset. He's surveying options. He gets it up forward to Ricky Nichols, who sends that puck a little deeper into the zone, but then chipped out again. So now Burkhart and Sloan skating for it. Finn Biggs back there too, but that's going to be an icing. So we'll take this all the way back down. So we'll change offense and defense up a little bit. Teagard now takes face off. He's still got it tied up. He gets it over to Schwab. Schwab takes a shot. That's gloved but loose. In front, Schwab again with a shot. Oh, blocked and then put back into the net by Lawyer Teagarden. So Schwab, 2 quick shots. Rebound by Teagarden. That's another power play goal here with just under 11 in the third. And your Trojans go up 3-1. So now Teagard now to take the face off again for the Trojans. He's got Archer and Schwab out there with him, along with Fort and Grace. Knocked back to Grace. Grace tries to tip it forward, but it's tipped away by a stick, but then mishandled by EDP. So Lawyer Teagard moves it forward. Archer pursuing on the back check. He collects that puck. He makes a nifty little move. He tries the center pass to Schwab, but just tipped away. So now Teagarden has it. He sends it over to Archer. Archer enters the zone. He tries to send it in deep, rolls off of his stick, but Teagarden's there now. Archer collects again as he tips it. Archer takes a shot. That goes, tried to go 5-hole and just collected by the goaltender of EDP. So now we'll get another line change here. Mason Cooper to take the face off for the Trojans now. They get it back to Homewood, who gets it back to Ford, who wraps it around the boards. Schaaf was back there along with Cooper, but collected by EDP and sent all the way down And that's going to be an icing, so we'll go back down with just under 10 minutes left here in the third. Findlay up 3-1. Mason Cooper again to take the face off for the Trojans. Puck is dropped. He gets it over to Homewood, over to Grace, over to Fort, sends it up, tipped aside. Nice job there by the Trojans moving that puck off that face-off. And now coming through center is EDP. And then nice play there by Homewood to knock him off the puck. And now George Homewood has it. He's going to lead a rush. He gets it over to Mason Cooper. Nifty little backhand pass. Mason Cooper now looking to center it. Oh, tipped aside. He tries to throw it in front again, but blocked by EDP's defense. But he gets it back to Webb Sloan coming in at the blue line. Sends it up in front. There's Ben Grace. Ben Grace fires a shot. Oh, it just goes wide. Way to jump on that puck by Grace there. And now Cooper's got it. He tries to get it in front. And then step forward and a save as Homewood and Sloan both tried to take shots there. One blocked and then one saved. So again, a lot of good defense or offensive pressure here by the Trojans. Line change now. Ricky Nichols to take the face off for the Trojans. He'll have Peter Koski and Beach out there with them as they've got Homewood and Sloan back on defense. Sloan now tips it forward, and they say he took it over the blue line, so that's going to be an offsides and a neutral zone face-off now with just under 9 minutes left in the third. So we'll do it again. Ricky to take the face-off here at the neutral zone. The puck is dropped. Over to Peter Koski. Looks to send it along the boards and in. Collected by Ricky Nichols, tries to send it forward. Now Peter Koski back there sends it back to Nichols. Nichols now trying to push it along the boards. Now Peter Koski has it. Now back to Nichols. Now collected by EDP, and they get it out. But Findlay's there. Webb Sloan has it now. He's looking for a little bit of space. He's got some. He fires a shot. That hits the shoulder of an EDP player. He fires another one towards the net. Now it's collected behind the net by Peter Koski. Looking for a centering pass. Bounces through the middle. Hit. Nobody able to get a stick on it. Now Mason Beach on the back check and a nice poke check by Sloan. And now Nichols has it. He gets it up to Rylan Peter Koski. Tips it forward. Deep into the zone. As the Trojans try to keep this puck in now. Battling along the boards is Nichols. And then Homewood has it. Homewood takes a shot. Eddie Homewood from the point. Now collected again by EDP as they look to do a brush here.
Get on him!
As he looks for a centering pass. And a nice play by Archer coming off the bench to disrupt that play. Up to Hank Schwab. Tries to tip it forward, but defensive EDP keeps it in. Now battling along the boards are the Trojans. Homewood there, Teagarden, they send a shot forward, collected by Webb Sloan. He bounces it off the boards. Now over, Archer puts his skate in the way there. Gets that deflection, but EDP still has it, but then knocked backwards by Lawyer Teagarden with some nifty stick work. Puck still held in by EDP, now centered. And Finn Biggs is there on that centering pass. And then another shot by EDP, and that goes wide. Now River Archer has it. He's looking to clear, but then sent again on net. And Finn Biggs there for the save. And now a nice play there. And we should have a penalty, and we do. And we'll change lines here. We've got just under 7 minutes left in the third. This faceoff's going to go all the way down to the Findlay offensive zone, and they're on the power play again. So Mason Cooper to take this faceoff. They'll have Homewood and Chafe out there with them. Fort and Burkhart back on defense for this power play. Oh, nice little passing there by the Trojans, and a shot saved by the EDP goaltender. So off the faceoff, that was Cooper back to Homewood, back to Fort, back to Homewood for the shot. from the face-off circle. They're going to try to do it again. Homewood collects it now. He takes the shot off the shin guard of the defense. Centered in front. Oh, that puck is still loose, and they're forced to clear as Trojans were pressuring on the net. That puck's going to just die. So Fort back to get it for Findlay. Tipped aside and collected by Fort, who sends it up to Homewood, who tips it forward. Touched in the neutral zone by a player for EDP, so no icing as it gets sent away. Harrison Shape there now battling, and now kept in by Mason Cooper. Mason Cooper looking for a little space. He's sticking his way through. He takes a shot, off the goaltender for Columbus. Now puck in the corner again, battling. Fort keeps it in. Backhand pass to Burkhart. Burkhart tries to get one on that stick to side. Just goes wide. And now kept in, and Burkhart jumps up to try and get that puck. And now Mason Cooper has it. He's got a little bit of room. He tries to tuck one in. He's still got it. He sends it over to Fort. Fort sends one high. Off the mask. Collected by Cooper. Backhand. Save. Another backhand. Save. Nichols now down there too. That gets sent around to Fort. Fort's got it. He sends it back down deep into the zone to Ricky Nichols. He's taken out. Fort now pinching again. He's there. Send in front. Tipped in front. Loose puck. Shot. Peter Kowski. Just goes wide. Shot again. Now in front again. And now on a breakaway is EDP. But Trojans get back as well. And some nice defense there by the Trojans. Knock that puck in the corner. As Nichols is battling for it. And then stick to side. Nice move there by Beach. And then sent forward to Beach. Off that deflection. He's still battling for it. Stuck in skates. And that's going to get knocked out. And so they're going to be forced to reset. And that's an offsides. With just under 4.5 minutes left here in the third. We'll have a neutral zone face-off. Yep, good. Again, good offensive pressure by the Trojans. Only way to get goals is to take shots, and they've definitely taken some shots today. So Hank Schwab takes that across center ice and dumps that in deep to the zone. River Archer's there. He's looking to collect. Gets poked away, but Teagarden has it, but then with a stick on it is Columbus, but it gets knocked back to Webb Sloan. Knocks that back to Ben Grace, who, wow, falling, deflects that out of the zone. Nice play there. Hank Schwab battling along the boards, trying to keep that in the neutral zone area. Tied up, no puck movement, so they are going to call a center ice face-off here with 3:45 left in the third. Trojans up 3-2, or I'm sorry, 3-1 at this moment, and Teagarden takes face-off for the Trojans. Laura Teagarden with that face-off gets pumped back to Webb Sloan. He finds a little bit of room through the middle. He looks to fire a shot. He sends it a little bit wide. Hank Schwab there to collect. He looks now to send it towards the net. Does. Shot goes wide. Ben Grace collects. He sends it back behind the net now. Collected by EDP, looking to move the puck forward, but a lot of blue jerseys there. And now another shot there was Ben Grace, but that just gets blocked right before the goaltender. It's now looking to clear the zone is EDP as they move forward. But nice stick work there by Ben Grace to stick that aside. And EDP eventually knocks it back into the zone. Webb Sloan has it now. He looks to settle that puck down and move it around. Now EDP in front. Nice save by Finn Biggs. Ready with the blocker there on that backhand attempt as that loose puck went toward the goal. So now moving it up the ice. Nice little nifty move there. Oh my goodness! What a play! Moving that up the ice. Looks like it was, is that Archer to Homewood? Archer to Homewood. Archer took that coast to coast. And a nifty backhand pass to George Homewood, who was on the ready and flipped that in, bringing it to a score of 4-1. Now George Homewood has it again. Looks to center. He gets it across center, but just behind Findlay players. He's now looking to center is EDP as they move forward, but then broken up was Findlay, and then they crossed the blue line with it while they still had players in the zone. So that's going to be an offside infraction and a neutral zone face-off. Good work by by Findlay on the back check there. Mason Cooper with the face-off for the Trojans. He pushes it forward and now collects it. Oh, and it's just stick to side. He was looking to have a breakaway. It could have been a 2-on-0 there. Harrison moves it forward, bounces it off the boards, cross center ice. EDP collects. They're looking to reset. EDP tries to. That bounces off a couple Findlay players. Now Henry Fort has it. He looks good across center ice. Backhands that along the boards, deep into the zone. Wise move there by Fort. Nice play. And now centered in front. Oh, and just missing. Mason Cooper collects now. Sends it towards the front. Centering pass loose in front on the skates. Henry Fort's there. He fires a shot. Oh, goes just wide. A lot of open space and great shot by Fort. Now collected, centered in front again by Mason Cooper, who's collecting this puck. Centers it again, one more time. And then a save by the EDP goalie. Tons of good offensive pressure here this first game by Findlay. We got minute 19 left here in the third, and we'll have another offensive zone face-off as we change lines. Ricky Nichols to take this face-off. He's got Peter Koski and Beach out there along with Sloan and Burkhardt on defense. They get it back to Beach. Beach tries to tip it forward, but it's sticked aside by EDP. Now Burkhardt collects along the boards. It's knocked back. And diving try by Peter Koski. Keep that in, and then Sloan sticks to the side. And then sent in front, and Burkhardt there with the play. And then no offside call. Findlay players knocked down. Play allowed to continue with a minute left. And they're going to allow that goal. Good battle there by Findlay defense despite all the odds going against them there. But with less than a minute left, it's still a 2-goal lead here. Ricky Nichols take the face off for the Trojans. Looking to send this puck forward is Findlay. Ben Grace does. He sends it down deep into the zone. Now Mason Beach with it. Tried to get a shot on net. That's poked away. Nice job there by Ricky Nichols on the back check. And now sent forward. And now sent out. And then a backhand with 30 seconds left makes this game 4-3. Findlay spending the entire day in their in the offensive zone, and just a couple shots by EDP on lucky breaks and no offsides call. Brought them back into this game a little bit, so we'll see in the closing 27 seconds. Got a timeout, it looks like. So teams are going to discuss strategy. So we'll have a neutral zone face-off here after that goal that was awarded. Cooper, Archer, and Teagarden out there for the Trojans. That's sent back to Fort, knocks it forward. Archer's got it. He sends it down the length of the ice. They're going to call icing now with 14 seconds left. We got an empty net for the Spiders. Closing seconds of this game. So we've got a timeout now by Findlay. They're going to draw up some plans here. Close out the game is priority number one with the wins. Empty net opportunity still available for the Trojans as well here, with 14 seconds left in the third. All right, we're back to it now. Defensive zone face-off for your Findlay Trojans. Empty net opportunity available as well, as EDP has pulled the goalie with 14, just under 15 seconds left here. Mason Cooper with the face-off for the Trojans. Puck is dropped. He gets it back down to the corner. Collected and held along the boards. It's Findlay. They're battling for it. Excellent play by Fort there to hold this up. And that's going to be the end of the game, folks, as Findlay comes away with the win in the closing seconds. Great job by Fort, who says no, no, no. Hey, that's the end of game one. As teams line up to shake hands, join us later tonight at 8:40 for the live broadcast from the Dublin Chiller for game two. Thank you very much for watching.